collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at Core Class Autobot Ratchet from the Transformers Studio Series 86 line from Hasbro. So you can see we have the new style of open packaging here. You can reach right in and touch the figure. There's no plastic window, but we do have some really nice artwork of Ratchet here on the top. You can see in his final moments in the movie, he is aboard the shuttle to Earth. Over here we have a close-up of Ratchet's face, and then over here we have kind of a wider shot showing his whole body. Not really too much going on the top or the bottom, just have the really nice Transformers the movie logo there. And then over here on the back we have the robot mode and the vehicle mode. So pretty standard for the packaging. I'm going to go ahead and get him out of there and we'll take a closer look. So here he is out of the packaging, and I usually don't focus on the backdrops that are included with Core Class because half the time I don't even really notice what they are. But this one's just a little too perfect, so I had to mention it. You might be wondering, why are they doing Ratchet in the Studio Series line? He's only in the movie for about 2 minutes. That's true, and they did go ahead and include the backdrop for the one scene he's in, so that you can go ahead and recreate the moment where he is fighting for his life and loses. So he is blown away by Megatron while Starscream is holding him in gun mode, and you can go ahead and 100% recreate that. So yeah, it's just kind of funny. Here's the little bridge of the shuttle. Not really much to it, not a full backdrop like the ones we see with the deluxe figures and upward, but definitely works, and it's really nicely painted and just kind of too hilarious not to mention it because, you know, he's only in the movie for 2 minutes, and this is exactly right where he stands and right where he falls. So let's go ahead and focus on Ratchet himself, and I'm just going to apologize right off the bat because he is very stark white, and it is probably going to throw off the white balance of my camera here. But he looks good. I kind of wish that the torso was a little bit more angled, not straight out like this, because Ratchet does kind of have more of a kind of tilted, maybe about here kind of chest plate, something like that. It's usually sloping a little bit downward. Having it stick straight out kind of reminds me of like Toe Line from Energon or something like that. But still, a very fun little figure. Head sculpt looks really good. Really nicely blue painted eyes there. Got some silver there for the face, and then this darker gray for the crest. You have the windows here painted. You have the little medical symbol with the Autobot symbol there on top on each shoulder. He does have red painted fists, and he comes with 2 guns, which are done in white and then painted silver. He's got a little bit of red here in the abdomen, and then we've got the wheels down here. But all in all, it's a really fun little figure. He's also got some silver here, which is going to be the front fender of the ambulance mode, and of course he's got the light bar there for what will be the roof in vehicle mode. He's got a head swivel side to side. You can kind of rock it a little bit front to back, but not too much. There's a ball joint here in the shoulder. There is a ball joint here in the other part of the shoulder. So you have one kind of where it connects to the body, and then one where the arm connects to the shoulder. You have a hinge here in the elbow. You don't really have a bicep swivel because it's kind of relying on this second part of the shoulder. You kind of have a little bit of a waist swivel, but it's really more for the transformation, and this panel kind of gets in the way. You do have a ball joint here for the hip, and then you have a ball joint for the knee, and then everything from the knee down is one solid piece, so there's no articulation, no ankle tilt, anything like that. But he looks good. I really like it. I'm really having fun with them continuing this line of Core Class figures for just kind of all of G1. I've kind of said this for a while now, that they've kind of done G1 to death, so to keep doing them in the same scale over and over again, Deluxe, Voyager, Leader, etc., just doesn't really make sense. But if they just do all of the characters in the same Core Class, I could have a lot of fun with that, because it would be easier to kind of like pose them in play sets and things like that. Certainly transforming them back and forth is a lot simpler. So I'm definitely here to get like all of G1 in the same Legends class. I would really like to get to like some combiners. I think like a Legends class, Devastator, or Legends class, Superion, whatever they want to do. I just think not actually Superion, but each of the individual components would be Legends class, and then they could combine. I think that would be a lot of fun. Just for a quick comparison, here he is with Core Class Optimus. You can see Optimus is a little bit taller, and I think that makes perfect sense scale-wise. He is a little bit taller than most Autobots, so I think that really works out well. I do kind of have him in a little bit more of a squat pose, so I guess I could stand him up fully, but he's still a little shorter than Optimus, but I think it really works. Alright, so we'll go ahead and we will get into the transformation. It's pretty simplistic as it's being a Core Class figure. You just pop open the chest here, and you rotate the head down inside, and then close this up, And then you're going to lift this back panel up here to kind of fill in that gap for the roof of the ambulance. You're going to take the arms and kind of twist them like this, and then bring the arms straight out, and then you want to rotate again so that this part with the kind of large connector is facing toward the inside. So rotate this again like that, and then we're going to swing the two arms like this, and they're going to kind of become this top section. So you can see that the ambulance mode is already taking shape. We'll go ahead and spin the waist 180, and that fills in the front fender section. And then we're going to take this ab crunch and kind of bring this down while also bringing the legs out to the side. So go ahead and pop that up. And then we are going to rotate this around, flip this section up, and you want to rotate it to about here. Just make sure everything is rotated at the right angle. You don't want anything to be twisted, otherwise it won't quite line up. So rotate this, flip this up around like this. And then we're going to swing this around, and this is going to cover up this section here. And that's going to peg together. And you want to make sure that these tab together as well. And then you can see we're pretty much done. We're just going to swing these panels forward. You can see that there is a very tiny little tab slot right there. And there is a very tiny little tab on the waist. And it's going to peg in right there. So you just kind of bring this in. And then that is going to clip in there, and repeat the process over here. And there we go. There is our tiny little ambulance mode. Now, I do really wish that the rest of the windows were painted. I feel like I understand why they couldn't do this one, but then maybe they didn't want to do the rest because they obviously wouldn't have like just this and not this, but you could have done the back one here. Certainly could have done the ones on the back here. It would have been nice to find a way to do all of them, but at least they did get these here in the front, which I feel like is the most important. Now you can see these little tabs right here. These are so you can go ahead and peg in the guns. They have a little tab on the side there, and that is so you can just mount them right on there, which I do appreciate. So I think that works. I think it rolls pretty well. I think it's nicely in scale. I definitely expect to get this repainted as Ironhide without the light bar, most likely. But yeah, I definitely think this is a lot of fun. For some reason on mine, the back section doesn't always want to stay pegged together. And it might just be that I don't have something like fully rotated when I was saying before that you want to make sure all of the joints are properly rotated. Because if they get kind of stuck, then things don't want to tab together. And the joints on mine are kind of very tight, which is a good thing and a bad thing all at the same time. But yeah, he holds together pretty well. So I love the vehicle mode. I think that looks great. So in conclusion, I think this little guy is pretty great. They did a really nice job with this. It's a fun mold, easy to transform back and forth. And like I said, I'm having a ton of fun with them just continuing to do all of these original G1 characters in this new core class. And I hope this goes on for a while. I definitely expect this guy to be repainted as Ironhide. I think that's kind of a no-brainer. And I will absolutely pick it up because I think it looks absolutely fantastic. This guy, I believe, is in a wave with Wheelie. It's kind of funny. These were just shown off on the Transformers fan stream last week. I think it was exactly a week ago today. And Amazon already had them up. That's where I got mine, from Amazon. I believe he's still in stock. I did miss Wheelie. I guess Wheelie is wildly more popular than I expected because Wheelie sold out like right away, but I was able to go ahead and grab Ratchet. So definitely recommend these guys. I think they're a ton of fun. I'm definitely going to be continuing on with the core class. I think he's great. Can't wait to get him again as Ironhide. I don't really have too much to complain about. Like I said, if I was nitpicking, I kind of wish the angle of the chest was a little bit sloped, just because having it straight out looks a little weird to me. But the head sculpt's great, the paint applications, the weapons, the transformation, the vehicle mode, everything about this guy is just a ton of fun. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks so much for watching.